Okay, good afternoon to all of you. Now I'm going to discuss to you the subject community engagement, solidarity, and citizenship. For topic 1 or lesson 1, this is entitled Appreciating the Community Dynamics and Community Action. So now I'm going to discuss first to you the objectives of the subject. So sa content standards niya, nakalagay dito na the learners demonstrate an understanding of the integration of social science perspective and community action initiatives. And then sa performance standards naman, the learner shall be able to synthesize the integrative experience of implementing community action initiatives, applying social science ideas and methods. And for our most essential learning competencies, nakalagay naman dito na kailangan daw na ma-explain yung importance of studying community dynamics and community action in relation to applied social sciences and the learner's future career option. So this is the objectives of the lesson. First, let us define the meaning of community. Ano nga ba yung community? Okay, sa sociological definition ng community, ito daw yung most elusive and vogue in society and is by now largely without specific meaning. At the minimum, it refers to the collection of people in a geographical area. It is also considered collectively where the members of which share a common territorial area as their base of operation for daily activities. It also serves as a social unit. Pag sinabi nating social unit, mga anak, ito yung group of living things with commonality. Ibig sabihin ng commonality, pare-pareho. Commonality such as norms, religion, values, customs, or identity. Communities may share a sense of place situated in a given geographical area. Example, a community, a village, a town, a neighborhood, or in virtual space through communications platform. So in short, pag sinabi natin dito, base sa sociological definition ng community, ang isang community o komunidad na sinasabi ay isang lugar na kung saan ang mga tao ay sama-samang nakatira doon. Meron silang pare-parehong norms, values, activities, di ba? Yan yun. So, sino daw yun? Basta nakatira sa isang lugar na merong share, they are sharing commonalities. Okay? Yung pare-pareho. Next, let's go here sa ecological definition of community. So, as we can see, hindi lang isa yung definition ng community. Community is defined in different aspects. Yung isa sa sociological, ito naman sa ecological. Okay. So, in ecology, a community is a group or association of populations of two or more different species occupying the same geographical area in a particular time. It is also known as bioeconosis. The term community has variety of uses. Ayan, nagpunta na agad ako sa uses. Sabi, ano ba yung uses? What are the characteristics of a community? First is, siyempre, sa komunidad, masasabi natin na isang komunidad ito kung meron siyang teritoryo, lugar, 'di ba? Next, merong close and informal relationship. 'Di ba? Close ba yung mga tao doon na mga nakatira? Pag sinabi nating close, they talk, they share, 'di ba? Nag-uusap sila, meron silang pare-parehong perspective o kaya naman nag-share sila ng norms and values as well. Next, mutuality. Di ba pag sinabi nating mutual, give and take yon. Kaya naman, merong mutuality, pagkakaunawaan, pagkakabigayan. And then, meron daw silang common values and beliefs. May pare-pareho silang values. Kung ang values nila ay kailangan, ginagalang at nagmamano sa mga matatanda, lahat sila ganon. At ang paniniwala naman nila na kailangan ay magsumikap o magsumikhay upang umasenso sa buhay. Ayan yun. Sample yun ng common values and beliefs. Next, meron daw organized interaction. So, pag sinabi nating organized interaction, dito makikita na yung mga miyembro o yung tao sa komunidad ay merong pagkakaugnayan, may pag-uusap, merong talakayan na nagagawa, may pakialam sa bawat isa. Okay? Next, They should have also a strong group feeling. Yung feeling sa they belong. Diba? Feeling nila na sila ay miyembro at kasapi at mahalaga sa isang grupo. Another, cultural similarity. Ano ba yung cultural similarity na ito? Sa isang, ano ba yung kultura na meron silang pagkakapare-pareho? Yun yung sinasabi dyan. Okay, so let's proceed here. I will discuss now the different types of communities. So mga anak, bago tayo mag-proceed, tandaan ninyo, the most essential element of a community is tayo, ang mga tao. Person, man, men, women, every individual, lahat ng tao, tayong tao, ang pinakamahalagang aspeto sa isang komunidad. Dahil kung walang tao, walang community. Okay, bear in mind. Next, now I'm going to discuss to you the different types of communities. The first one is the urban. Sinabi nating urban, ito yung kinukonsider natin na syudad o kaya naman ay city. Ano ba yung nakikita natin sa syudad o city? Dito na yung masyado ng populated, heavily populated. Most of the people went to urban, to cities kasi feeling nila doon sila aasenso. Dito na yung matataas na buildings, makikita, maraming sasakyan, marami ng buildings, wala na tayong makita ng mga pagtataniman, yung ganun, diba? Kasi nga city na eh. Urban, syudad. Yun, ang tinatawag natin na urban. Next, marami na rin pala tayong makikitang mga sasakyan dito sa city ha. Tandaan ninyo, may mga sasakyan na, may mga jeeps, may mga buses, meron na tayong mga trains, madami na mga business establishments, yan yung sinasabi natin na urban. And we'll go now to the suburban or the residential. Sinabi naman nating suburban, ito naman yung this is where most people live. It is a wide variety of homes. Example, may houses na, townhouses, apartments, and buildings. Yan. These areas often have sidewalks, single-phase roads, and driveways. Bus stops, schools, and places of worship are often within walking distance. So, pag sinabi nating suburban, ito yung middle ng syudad at ng rural. Gitna. Okay? Sabi nga sa definition, dito yung kung saan maraming taong nakatira, dahil may variety siya ng houses. Okay, next, let's go to the third kind of community. We have the rural. Rural. It is separately settled places away from the influences of the large cities and towns. Ito yung probinsya na sinasabi. Areas are distinct from more intensively settled urban and suburban areas, and also from unsettled lands of wilderness, such as forests. Rural areas can have an agricultural character, though many rural areas are characterized by an economy based on cottage industry, mining, oil and gas exploration, or tourism. So, ito pa yung sinasabi natin na probinsya pa. Marami pang mga kapunuan tayong mga makikita. Diba? Diyan yung mga farming. Yan yung mga, ang bahay ay magkakalayo pa. Ang bahay nila ay kahoy. Minsan naman ay may kasama ng simento at ang means of transportation nila is walking. Kung hindi naman walking, yung mga traktora na ginagamit nila sa pag-farm. Okay, so I hope and I made that it is clear. So the three types of community is the urban, the suburban, and the last one, the rural. Now, I'm going to discuss to you the elements of community. Ano ba yung elemento ng community? Paano ba natin masasabi na buo yung isang komunidad? Diba? We should know their elements. So, number 1, wholeness, incorporating diversity. Dapat daw merong shared culture, merong good internal communication, caring, trust, and teamwork. Dapat present yun doon. Diba? Kahit na merong pagkakaiba-iba ng mga tao sa isang community, syempre buo pa rin sila sa kanilang mga mithiin. Dapat merong shared culture. Yan yun. Dapat daw merong group maintenance and governance. So pag merong governance, dapat may namumuno. Diba? Meron ding nagpa-participate at nagsha-share ng leadership task. So, ang isang community dapat merong namumuno, merong nagli-lead. Dapat meron ding mga sumusunod at nagsha-share ng ideas para maging successful ang isang community. Next, there is also a development of young people. Diba? Meron tayo dapat na mga dinedevelop na mga new members. Hindi po pwede na matatapos lamang sa mga dating members na yung komunidad, yung parents natin. Syempre, dapat tayo din, yung mga anak, minomold na rin para maging isang mabuting member ng community. And then, communities may be thought of as a collection of people with a particular social structure within the geographical area which is self-contained. Ayan. Collection daw ng people, ang community. Syempre naman, di ba, as I've mentioned a while ago, syempre, meron din siyang structure within a geographical area. Meron silang tinatarget kung saan sila lamang ay nakatira. Hindi po pwedeng masabi natin na komunidad kung wala silang permanenteng tinitirhan. And then, dapat din meron silang sense of belonging or community spirit, and the daily activities of community work and non-work takes place. Ayan. So, the elements of communities or community is 10. Okay, you have to remember that. We go now here the different types of communities. Types, okay? Number 1, we have the community of interest. Communities of people who share the same interest or passion. Yan yun. Sinabi nga natin from the word itself, yung interest. Diba? Ito yung mga tao na nagsishare ng pare-parehong interest o kaya ng passion o mga gustuhin sa buhay. Next, community of action. Communities of people trying to bring about change. So, ito yung mga tao o lipon ng mga tao na gusto ng pagbabago. Yung isa naman, samahan o lipon ng mga tao na mayroong parehong mga interest. So, that's community of interest. Then, community of action. The third one is community of place. Pag sinabi natin community of place, this is the communities of people brought together by geographic boundaries. Diba? Sama-sama sila sa isang lugar. Next, community of practice. Communities of people in the same profession undertaking the same activities. Kunyari na, lahat sila grupo o samahan ng mga guro, samahan ng mga doktor, samahan ng mga pulis. Yan yon. And the last one is the community of circumstances. It is similar to community of practice except that it is driven by the position, circumstance, or life experiences that rather. Now, let me discuss to you the importance of community dynamics and community action. Ano ba yung community dynamics and community action? Now, here is the importance of understanding it. Ang community dynamics daw, it is the change and development involved in a community that includes all forms of living organism. It is the application of any changes that takes place within the group. Such improvements can be made by a collective action. Community shifts arises when decision makers or members takes action. Okay? Such activities relate to the creation or advancement of good service and policies that specifically support a particular community. Factors such as the need of the society, the interests of the citizens, and the availability of resources have been addressed in the process. The community dynamics and collective intervention fall under the umbrella of economics because they are highly dependent on human resources. Those are mentioned, but it is fair to suggest that economics play a critical role in the understanding of community through collective action. Ayan yun. So, mahalaga itong community dynamics because it brings changes to the community. Sinasabi natin na ito yung change and development na nai-involve sa isang community kasama yung mga lahat ng nandoon. Ito yung mga pagbabago. So involved din yung mga tao dito na gusto ng pagbabago sa isang community. That is very much important. Next, community action. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng community action? It is putting communities as the center of the service, development, and service delivery. This initiative aims to cater the primary needs of the communities before implementing it. In such way, community action will help the community dynamics or the degree of improvement of the community. It's important to understand this too because this will propel the success and stability of the communities. They go hand in hand and proportionally related. It is any activity that increases the understanding, engagement, and empowerment of the communities. Diba? From the word itself, community action. Tayo yung gagawa ng mga dapat nating itulong para sa ating komunidad, yung action natin towards the community. The other one that is said or explained a while ago is the community dynamics. Ito naman yung gusto natin na changes and development within the community. So I hope mga anak, I hope na to those of you who watch this vlog, meron kayong napulot at makatulong sa inyo para sa subject o kaya sa subject at lesson 1 dito sa community engagement. Thank you very much!